Good afternoon. Ukraine's president says an attack on Kharkiv amounts to state terrorism. The city's Freedom Square was the scene of a huge explosion as Putin's forces also get closer to the capital. Boris Johnson called Russia's invasion a tragedy and a colossal mistake built on a lie. He was speaking on a diplomatic visit to Poland where he was confronted by a Ukrainian journalist over the West's support. Chloe Keedy has the latest.
This is the moment a missile struck at the heart of Ukraine's second city. This morning, Kharkiv's Freedom Square is a smouldering ruin on the front line of Putin's war. This strike on an administrative building marks the start of another day of bombardment for this city. Yesterday, Russian artillery attacked residential areas using what appeared to be cluster bombs, which are banned by many countries. Overnight, this bomb shelter was turned into a makeshift maternity ward, full of babies who don't yet know that they've been born into the middle of a bloody war. As the Prime Minister arrived in Poland this morning to push again for a diplomatic solution to the crisis, he was confronted by a Ukrainian woman who calls Kharkiv her home.
Kharkiv, the city where I was studying, was bombarded today, fully, the downtown square.
Look, I just want to say that I'm acutely conscious that there is not enough that we can do as the UK government to help in the way that you want.
500,000 Ukrainians have now fled to neighbouring countries as this convoy of Russian tanks, believed to be 40 miles long, continues its advance towards the capital, Kyiv. The UK government insists that sanctions are working, but not everyone who is living through this conflict would agree. Chloe Keedy, ITV News.
Our correspondent Dan Rivers is in Kharkiv's destroyed Freedom Square, which you saw there in Chloe's report, and sent this a few minutes ago.
Well, we're in Freedom Square here in the middle of Kharkiv that was hit by a strike last night. You can see complete devastation here. The top of this building behind me has been completely taken out. There's just rubble all over the streets. And people wandering around assessing the damage. Clearly, we're not going to loiter here long, but it seems like Russia has switched tactics from trying to hit military targets at the beginning of this war to now trying to take out symbols of the Ukrainian state. At the moment, though, the response from the Ukrainians has been one of complete defiance. Kharkiv at the moment is a very, very nervous city, completely devoid of any kind of normal life in the centre here. And it is just devastating to see what has happened since we were here, a couple of weeks ago when this was a normal, bustling city. Now it is an absolute shell.
Dan Rivers there in Freedom Square. Let's get the latest on the UK's efforts to try to stop the war and help those already caught up in it. Our political correspondent Daniel Hewitt is in Westminster. A big day for Boris Johnson on the world stage, facing pressure at home too.
That's right, Nina. He's in Poland now. He's in Estonia later. He's been facing questions over the UK's willingness to take in Ukrainian refugees. The government here is under pressure to match the EU scheme, which says it will take any Ukrainians fleeing the war for up to 3 years without a visa. The UK scheme is focusing on people with family already here. Now, yesterday, the Home Secretary, Priti Patel, said 100,000 Ukrainians would be eligible under that scheme. Today, the Prime Minister said more than 200,000, if not more, could be eligible, which suggests the government is softening its stance, probably extending that family scheme to more family members, Ukrainians fleeing that war with family members already here. Expect that one to rumble on, though, I think, Nina.
Daniel, a breaking development as we're on air. Prince Charles has just made a statement about the invasion, a rare statement.
Yeah, speaking this morning in Southend, Prince of Wales said the values of democracy in Ukraine are under attack in an unconscionable way. We are in solidarity with all those who are resisting brutal aggression. He made that statement this morning, as you say, rare for him to get involved, but not surprising given the kind of aggression and brutality we're seeing in Ukraine right now from the Russian forces.
Daniel Hewitt for now, thank you very much. And we will be back with a full roundup of today's developments so far at 1:30. Hope you can join us then.